Today, we're taking a look back at the classic Real Ghostbusters episode, Egon's Ghost. And this episode has been requested by Ghostbusters News Patreon member, Jordan Hamilton. Jordan, I thank you for the request. Now let's get into today's episode. The episode opens up with the Ghostbusters going head-to-head against this big red demon named Arzun.
Egon, the destabilizer!
Okay, wait a minute, what is that? The destabilizer? Like the Ghostbusters, they have traps, they have proton packs. Just bust the ghost like you normally do. I got a weird suspicion that that destabilizer is strictly just a plot device for this episode.
No! Egon!
Ah, you see? Plot device. Oh wait, the Ghostbusters just trapped Arzun normally? With the proton packs and a ghost trap. So once again, what was the point of that destabilizer? Why is Slimer playing his slimy fat? And why does it make me laugh so much? I get pure joy out of that.
So where's Egon?
We were busting Arzun, a demon from the netherworld.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not trying to tell me.
I'm afraid so, Janine. I blame myself.
Whoa now, Ray, don't you know that Janine, has been pining over Egon for years? I mean, break it to her gently.
No need for self-recrimination, Ray.
Egon? Egon, it's really you.
Janine, I know you love Egon, but why would you do that? You can see right through the man. How did you not know that was gonna happen?
What?
Also, Peter, don't stick your finger in Egon. Just don't.
You're a ghost.
Not technically, since I'm still alive, but for all practical purposes, yes.
Wait a minute, so he's not a ghost? Lies.
I estimate no more than 24 hours before I discorporate completely.
Then we gotta do something fast.
Well, that doesn't sound any good, but luckily the Ghostbusters have this machine to help them save Egon.
Hey, good news.
What are you reading there, Ray? Is that Braille? Is it Braille?
According to this, we can construct a molecular phase amplifier that will do the job.
Okay, cool. So they can build an amplifier, they can save Egon. What's the problem?
What's the projected cost of the device, Ray?
Only $78,632.
Okay, I know inflation is a thing, but considering how many ghosts they bust, within New York City, $78,000 really shouldn't be that much to the Ghostbusters. Too bad they don't live in 2020. I mean, if they did, they could just go on GoFundMe and raise the money that way. So of course, the Ghostbusters decide to go on calls, bust some ghosts, and make some money. And I gotta ask, why weren't they on these calls before? I mean, this is horrible customer service, guys. Come on. Well, with Egon now being a ghost, well, I mean, kind of, he's not really a ghost. Apparently, he can sense where a ghost is.
Put that away, Ray. You won't need it. I can sense where the ghost is.
Which is pretty much exactly what their PK meter does. Just let Ray use the damn meter and quit being a show-off, Egon. Nope, not gonna, no comment on that visual. None at all. Nope.
Boo.
The ghost runs right into the trap, and Peter, no.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Egon is having just a horrible time, or maybe the best time of his entire life. I don't know, this moan could go either way. We then get a rare, real Ghostbusters montage, just like we typically see in the Ghostbusters films. They're running around, they're busting ghosts all around the city. Seriously, they should have done more montages like this in the real Ghostbusters. Such a cool scene. Now they got the money, they fix up their destabilizer, they can save Egon, and...
Oh.
Egon!
Oh.
Egon!
Alright, so this is legit tearing at my heartstrings. I remember watching this episode as a kid, and I think probably the last time I watched this episode was 5-10 years ago. It was a while ago. So like this is like the first time I've watched it since like Harold Ramis's passing, so I gotta admit I'm kind of getting a little choked up watching this.
It's too late, Ray.
Egon, no!
Oh god, you are tearing at my heartstrings. Did Egon just die? He's dead?
This is interesting.
What's interesting, Ray?
Well, imagine that. He's still alive.
Damn it, episode, quit playing with my emotions like this. So apparently Egon is now in the Netherworld, or Netherworld, however you want to say it, and this allows Janine to fit in this wonderful, wonderful joke.
Okay, so he's in the Netherlands. Holland's not so far.
Holland?
So you know what the Ghostbusters are going to have to do, right? They're going to have to go into the Netherworld, and they're going to have to save Egon. And they immediately get welcomed by a terror dog. I mean, that's a flippin' terror dog. As Ray is about to meet his demise, Venkman with the save.
A terror dog. Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Oh, he said it. Winston said it. It was a terror dog. He confirmed it. With that terror dog attack, the PK meter has been destroyed. But that's fine because we have this guy.
Truth, Messiah, I am no threat. Merely the humble alchemist, Hieronymus.
So Hieronymus here, he quickly becomes friends with the Ghostbusters due to their magic. And by magic, we're talking about the proton packs. He reveals that he's been living in the Netherworld since 1690, when he summoned Arzun, the ghost from the beginning of the episode, and Arzun's brother, Tolly. And Tolly is apparently the ghost now that's actually captured Egon Spengler.
How did you guys get here?
Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow.
The guys wind up finding Egon, and as a thank you, Hieronymus asks if he can go back to New York City with the Ghostbusters.
We couldn't have found you without Hieronymus here. Name your price, pal.
'Tis a simple task for wizards of your stature. Return me to Earth with you.
Now this is also a bit of a plot device here, because their way back, it only allows 4 people, i.e. Ray, Peter, Winston, and Egon. They didn't plan to bring Hieronymus back. So if Hieronymus goes, one of them has to stay. Whoa, okay, this Tolly guy, he's something else. Love the look of him, pretty menacing dude. The Ghostbusters and Hieronymus reach a dead end, and oh yeah, remember when Hieronymus wanted to, like, leave the Netherworld?
None of you need remain here, for I shall not go.
What made you change your mind?
You have told me of the vast changes in the world. In truth, Earth would be as strange and frightening a place as this netherworld.
Winston winds up slapping his proton pack on the back of Hieronymus as the Ghostbusters leave, as we see Hieronymus taking it to the demons and the ghosts of the Netherworld.
Good luck, Hieronymus.
Egon, you're back. Mwah! And you're solid again, too.
Yes, well, so it would seem.
So, it would seem, just how solid are you, Egon? Just how solid are you, Egon, when Janine's giving you a hug? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Not a bad day's work.
Yeah, and all it cost us was 1 proton pack.
We can afford it.
Wait a minute, you can afford it? You didn't have $78,000 to save your friend's life, but you're fine with losing a nuclear accelerator? So Egon's fine, the Ghostbusters are back together, and the episode ends with a terror dog looking visibly shaken from the surefire proton pashing he's been receiving by Hieronymus. I gotta say, I know I nitpicked a few things here and there, but this episode is like super fun, and I'd rank it pretty darn high. I mean, at least in my top 15 episodes of all time. Maybe like my top 10 maybe of real Ghostbusters? I mean, it deals with a pretty serious subject matter. I mean, Egon's like dead. I mean, he's not really dead. He's not really a ghost, but you know, he's kind of dead. So it's kind of serious, right? And it must be a pretty good idea because like next year's Ghostbusters Afterlife film has Egon Spengler dead in the movie. And as I already mentioned, this episode did a great job at raising the stakes so high early on. It felt like a little mini movie and I loved that. And I gotta say, since Harold Ramis's passing, this episode definitely has a bit more of like an emotional, impactful punch to it. I know I joked about him kind of moaning here and there.
Oh.
But when he started fading away and it looked like he was dying, like, I choked up. I mean, if I'm this emotional over a real Ghostbusters episode, how am I going to be next year when Ghostbusters Afterlife hits movie theaters? I'll tell you, I'm going to be an emotional wreck. Now, what I want to know is what you guys think of this episode, Egon's Ghost. Let me know right down below in the comments section. And as I said at the top of the video, I would like to thank Ghostbusters News Patreon member Jordan Hamilton for suggesting that I review this episode of The Real Ghostbusters. And if there's an episode you'd like me to review, be sure to subscribe to the Ghostbusters News Patreon page, join the appropriate tier, and send your request through there. And that does it for today's video. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube, bust that little bell notification icon to stay up to date with all of our videos, and I will see everybody right back here next time, Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube.